What's up, guys? David Sherback here. Today, I am back with another episode of the Raptors wrap-up. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I missed the last game before the All-Star break against the Nets, where the win streak ended at 15. So it's actually been like a week and a half, I'm pretty sure. Obviously coming off All-Star break, the Raptors we're playing the Suns tonight, and they came away with the 118-101 win against the Phoenix Suns. Honestly, I'm not going to be too hyped about this win because the Raptors didn't play the greatest game. And we're not going to be able to do that against these next couple teams. You got the Pacers next at home, and then you got the Bucks. So the Raptors are going to have to play a lot better to win those games. The main problem with tonight's game was the 25 turnovers. Think about that number, 25 turnovers by the Raptors. That is an insane number. Points off turnovers, it was actually even in that category, so the Suns didn't really capitalize off those turnovers, but still, 25 points off turnovers is insane. Starting it off in the first quarter there, it was a sluggish start for both teams. You could tell it was coming off the All-Star break. Literally nothing could go. There was like 4 turnovers in like the first 2 minutes by the Raptors. But the Raptors, as they do with every game, they play great defense, and that keeps them in it. The Suns stayed in this game in the first quarter there. Pascal really paved the way. Pascal and Serge in that first quarter were amazing. They scored 18 of the first 20 points for the Raptors. Pascal overall had 17 points in that first quarter, played the full quarter, played all 12 minutes, which is insane. The Raps are playing great defense. I wrote this down because this was crazy. They blocked 3 Suns 3-pointers in that first quarter. They blocked. I think Chris Boucher, I don't know how much he finished with, but Boucher had 2 3-point blocks on Dario Saric, which is insane. Overall, he finished with 4 blocks. OG had 4 blocks. Pascal had 3 blocks. So a great defensive effort from the Raptors tonight. And they open up that first quarter with a 23 or a 31-23 lead, so an 8-point game. They didn't really shoot the ball well there in the first quarter, but like I said, their defense kind of let them build that lead. Terrence Davis came in the second quarter there with 5 quick points, and that's when the Raptors really decided to run away with this game. Most of this quarter was actually commentated by Drake. Drake was on the broadcast, which was super hilarious. I wasn't really paying that much attention to the game, honestly, in that second quarter. The Raptors were just playing good D, getting open shots, getting out in transition. I was mostly listening to Drake. And something that's definitely going to be a meme now was Drake's Frederico to Freddie Van Vliet. So, yeah, Fred apparently went to Turks and Caicos over the All-Star break, and he definitely did look tanned. Fred had that nice tan, and Fred's twin, Drake, was pointing it out, or Aubrey is his actual name. But, Frederico went off in the second quarter there. Pascal hit 2 threes. Pascal had 25 points in the first half there. The Raptors at one point had a 26-point lead in that second quarter. The Suns could not hit anything from deep, and lots of it was because of the Raptors' great three-point defense. Getting blocks on the three-point line. They shot 2 for 19 in the first half from 3. That's 10.5% from 3 in the first half, which is insane. The third quarter there, so the Raptors actually won the second quarter there. Like I said, they kind of blew it open, 36-20. So the Raptors had a 24-point lead heading into halftime. The third quarter is where things started to heat up a little bit. The intensity turned up a little bit, and Raps kept turning it over. It was really just frustrating to watch, like a bunch of unforced turnovers. I don't know what was going on. Obviously, like I said, it's the first game since the break, so there's going to be lots of turnovers, but even before the break, turnovers were an issue, so definitely got to figure that out. Serge picked up his 5th foul on DeAndre Ayton. I don't see how that was really a foul, but that's where it got interesting because a technical foul was called on Nick Nurse because he was mad, obviously, because it wasn't a foul. It definitely didn't look like a foul. Serge kind of let go of DeAndre Ayton at the last second there. So it was close, but Nick Nurse was mad. He was mad all game pretty much, which is justified because the refs suck. And Apparently, Nick Nurse called a challenge, but then the refs told him after that he can't challenge because he got a technical, something weird like that. I don't know why the refs didn't tell him before he decided to use a challenge. Actually, no, that's wrong. He didn't use a challenge because he used a challenge later in the game. So this whole coach's challenge thing, like the freaking Jack was saying on the broadcast, they definitely need to figure it out. It's really confusing. He couldn't successfully, they couldn't even look at the challenge because there was a tech somehow. So I don't know how this tech stops the challenge from being used. So I don't know. The Suns kind of cut into the lead there in the third quarter, cut it to 13. And then Lowry got mad, boys. He got mad. He got a technical in that third quarter. At one point, he hit a big three to bring the lead to 16. And then following those technicals, it was a 16-4 run, 16-4 run by the Raptors. And it brought the lead back to 25. But then, like the whole game was, it was a game of runs. The Suns went on another run, and they cut it to 15, entering the fourth there. So the Suns actually won the third quarter 35-26. So they won that quarter by 9, and that means that they're only down 15 heading into the fourth. There was 5 turnovers by the Raps in the third. Once again, turnovers really hurting us in this game. Pascal and Fred entering the fourth had to start it on the bench because they were playing a lot of minutes. And they were honestly the kind of the catalyst for tonight's offense. When they weren't on the floor, not much was going on offense, and Kyle was turning it over. Kyle really wasn't that great tonight. So they had to start the fourth quarter on the bench, and it definitely showed because the Raptors literally, to open the fourth, had another turnover. Oh, I don't know why I said it like that, turnover. The Suns would cut the lead to, I believe, 6. The closest they got was 6, and a lot of that was turnovers. Lowry had an unforced over and back. Well, it was kind of forced. The Suns were pressing up on it a little bit. And over and back, Ayton was eating in the paint because, keep in mind, Serge had 5 fouls too, so Serge was on the bench. Rondé is your center against DeAndre Ayton, which isn't great. And DeAndre Ayton took advantage of that, and he was eating in the paint to start that fourth quarter there. With the help of Ayton, they cut the lead to 6, like I said. And from that point on, the Raptors kind of just took back control of this game. Freddie and Pascal both checked in. Fred hit a layup over DeAndre Ayton as soon as he checked in, and then Pascal hit his little post up. And then, as just like that, the Raptors were up by 12. So Pascal and Freddie were really like the key components to tonight's game on the offensive end and on the defensive end. Serge checked in with his 5 fouls at that point. It was a 7-point game. One play in the fourth there that was insane by Siakam. I'll talk about Siakam later because he had a monster game. Kyle Lowry threw a full court lob to Pascal off a Suns miss. And at this point, I think it was still it might have been an 8-point game or something like that. So definitely within reach for the Suns. But Pascal missed the catch. The ball hit the bottom of the rim, and then Booker kind of got a hand on it, but then Pascal ripped it away from Booker as he was falling out of bounds, passed it to OG. OG got a dunk. That was a nice play. Great athletic catch and pass. I don't know how Pascal figured that out, but yeah, Pascal was great tonight. Let's talk about Serge. Serge hit a banked-in 3, and that kind of put the game away. That extended the lead to 12, and from that point on, the Raptors just closed it out. And yeah, they pick up the 17-point W. So yeah, Pascal was great tonight. Let me just talk about Pascal. I don't know why bad teams like this don't send doubles or try to stop this man in transition. Pascal had 37 points and 12 rebounds in 37 minutes. He shot 12 for 19 from the field, 5 for 9 from 3, and 8 for 8 from the free throw line. I'm not going to get too hyped up about Pascal's performance because he usually does this against bad teams. I haven't really seen Pascal have a standout game like this, like a superstar game against a good defensive team. Against Philly, he usually struggles, except that first game. He kind of hit that clutch and won. But against these good defensive teams, he usually struggles. But against these bad teams like the Suns aren't even honestly that bad anymore, or this year. but they're still pretty bad. And Pascal definitely took advantage. I'm just waiting for him to have like a breakout huge game against, like I said, a good elite defensive team. So we'll see if that happens. Maybe against the Bucks on Tuesday, I believe it is. So we'll see what happens there. And Chris Boucher was great tonight. Like I said, those 3-point blocks. The Suns, the 3-point defense by the Raptors tonight was amazing. We held the Suns to 6 of 34 from 3. That's 17.6%. And some of them were open, but most of them were contested. So great job on the defensive end. Really, the only bad part of this game was the turnovers. And I guess you could say like the offensive droughts too, but the offensive droughts kind of come as a result of the turnovers because you can't really get a rhythm going with all those turnovers. So definitely got to clean up the turnovers, and that's pretty much it. The Raptors won the last quarter there, 25-23. They improved to 41-15, and hopefully this is the start of another win streak. There's a couple of tough games coming up, like I said, Pacers, Bucks. So maybe it's not the start of a win streak. We'll see, but yeah, good dub. Not the greatest dub. Like I said, the major part is just those turnovers. Really got to clean those up. Because like I said, against the Bucks, you're not going to be able to live with 25 turnovers. The Suns turned those 25 turnovers into 21 points, but I can guarantee the Bucks are going to turn those 25 turnovers into way more points, and the Bucks play better defense. Overall, the Bucks are just an insane team. So we'll see what happens. That's really the game I'm looking forward to on Tuesday. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to Pascal for the huge night. Shout out to Freddie making threes. Kyle wasn't great tonight, but always shout out to Kyle. Fred had 14 and 7. Serge with his casual 16. Lowry actually did have 10 assists tonight, so that's not too bad. And hopefully we can continue to get healthy, continue to pick up these dubs. And it's the home stretch run of the season, so hopefully we can just stay healthy. That's the main part, as Fred has said in interviews. We just got to get healthy and get ready for the playoffs and hopefully lock up that second spot in the East. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Good dub by the Raptors. Thank you guys for watching this Raptors wrap-up. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.